Okay, thank you for the introduction, and it's a pleasure and an honor for me to be part of the line of the speakers in the package conference. I hope my presentation will be interesting and maybe also a little bit useful for you guys. Sorry in advance if my English is not so proper, but it's not a mother tongue, so excuse me. Okay, I would like to introduce our joint venture. I called it an alliance of revolutionaries because it's a different thinking, a totally different approach. In the alliance, we are 3 companies. Each company has its own specialization, and in a sum, we have 2 missions. One mission is to create a functional beverage that has no compromise in quality and that is improving quality of life. And a second mission, and that maybe this one might be more interesting you guys, is that we create a plug and play platform for other producers, maybe mainly small to medium, to enter functional beverage market without any effort. It will be easy. So a little introduction to each part of our joint venture. YCAP company is a Swiss-based company that introduced the first dispenser cap in 2006. And at the beginning, the product was maybe not perfect, but it was constantly developed, and now we have already very successful clients that are using our cap, especially for the bottle 38 millimeter, and the 28 millimeter will be launched during this month. Nature Force Technologies is also a Swiss-based company that I am CEO of this company. And Nature Force is an R&D company. We develop functional ingredients for beverages. All the ingredients are based on botanical sources and are clinically tested. And finally, Aquavita is a mineral water bottler with top-end facilities. And the most important, they own very high quality water resources, which are very important for functional beverages because the water sources are naturally alkaline. And I will explain it in my later slides. So what's happening now in food and beverage markets is that we experience a change. This change is already happening for 5 and more years, that consumers are moving to healthier choices of beverage and food. And with the coronavirus, with the COVID, this trend even became stronger. It accelerated. And of course, this change in the market and in the demand is an excellent opportunity for new players to come because it's a new technology, a new it's always a slot to a small company that have a unique idea, a unique technology to come in, and this is what we do. In a beverage market, it's not enough to be a tasty thirst quencher. You will not be interesting. Now you have to be tasty, but also have a health benefit. So if it's a beverage revolution or evolution, I don't know what happened, but the result is you must have added value more than tasty. And here in this, to be more than tasty, YCAP technology comes in. This is what we do. Okay, the YCAP technology, it is a functional dispenser cap with a 38 millimeter. It is already functioning commercialized cap. It is working very well. It's and properly. And now under development, we have a 28 millimeter cap that will be finished first prototype in this month, and in half a year we will have serial production. In each cap, we can put 9 milligrams of functional ingredient, and the advantages of the technology work like this. The advantages of the producers is that it is very easy to implement into your production line. It means if a small or medium or any producer wants to enter a functional beverage market, it doesn't need to buy a new equipment. It just can buy functional caps with the functional ingredient, and that's it. No need for pasteurization or process in the factory or preservatives. No need to wash production line between the different products. Or these two are especially important for mineral water bottlers, because they usually don't have any equipment, no for pasteurizing, no for using preservatives and any other. They just bottle. That's it. And for them to enter a functional beverage or any other or flavored beverage market can be a very expensive adventure. That if for a small company it can be a question of life or death sometimes. And with our technology, these companies can just buy caps with functional ingredients or with flavors and just start producing. Also, the additional advantage for the producers is that functional cap, when the ingredient is in functional cap, there's no need for refrigeration. It's because it is sealed and in the cap, and it's kept in vacuum like a capsule. The advantage for everybody speaking about sustainability. So if a company is interested to expand to faraway markets, it doesn't need to ship a whole product, a whole bottle to, let's say, from Europe to America or from America to Europe. It is enough to ship only a cap with the ingredient inside and to produce locally. The advantage is that that way we can keep, first of all, shipping costs low as possible. We all know now how the shipping costs increase now due to Corona crisis and all different factors happening now. The additional thing, let's say, we can always find maybe a cheaper production facility let's say, if we want to expand to markets in Asia, so we can find cheaper facilities in Philippines, in Vietnam, instead of bottling in Europe. So a lot of this functional cap opens a lot of possibilities to reduce costs, and also production in small batches to try new markets. And of course, it is important that we have to ship less containers. It means it's better for sustainability. It's if we ship a whole container of bottles, or we ship 1 or 2 pallets of caps. So it's a big difference in the result of pollution. At the end, the advantages for the end consumer, because he's the reason for us to exist. We exist because of the consumers, because they buy our products. Compared to other ready-to-drink beverages, ingredient in the functional in the dispenser cap is kept dry and fresh. You can keep it 1 month or 1 year. The ingredient keeps its potency, if it's functional potency, and its flavor, comparing to products that are ready to drink, already mixed in the water. Also, the ingredients are not pasteurized. We don't use preservatives, so the ingredients keep their full potency, and the client gets the full return for the investment. He gets what he paid for. And I think it's also a very important point of sale. And the clients, in each market that we deliver the product, the clients buy it. Also because of this reason. Okay, now I will be shortly explain to other joint venture partners. I will start with Nature Force Technologies. Nature Force Technologies, the company does R&D for functional ingredients. As mentioned, all the ingredients are based on botanical sources and clinically tested. Now we do development of antioxidant, cognitive, immunity, digestion, cholesterol management, weight management, vision support, and vegan protein fortified sport drinks. All of the ingredients are water soluble and clinically tested. Of course, if any client he wants to develop his special mix, a special formula, we do it. We now starting development a special formula for our client in UK. So yes, we are open to these also. But of course, the key ingredient is VICAP technology that allows us to keep this technology working. A little bit about our mineral water and why it's important. It is also important part of the ingredient if we speak about no compromise beverage, functional beverage. Water source, our water source is of a very high quality. It has zero nitrates, and you can see comparison with the leading brands. It has 0 nitrates and is naturally alkaline, has pH 8. You can see also a comparison with the leading brands with the pH. With the functional beverages, with an ingredient, the alkalinity has a function, because in an alkaline environment, functional ingredients are delivered better, and of course, the function, and we will enjoy the full potency of the ingredients. So I'm not telling that if the water is not alkaline, it will not work, but with an alkaline water, the delivery is better. Nitrates is also an important part of the whole concept. As mentioned before, the water source is 0 nitrates. Nitrates are coming from usually from industry or agriculture, and the factory is based in area that any agriculture activity or industry is forbidden by a law, and the soil is very clean, and this is why we have a very high quality water source. All the bottling and capping, everything is made in ultra clean production technology, that everything is made in a closed system. So we avoid any possible contamination. It's very clean, and this is why the circle is closed. If we bottle in our facility in Aquavita with our ingredients and using YCAP, we are getting I'm not saying perfect, but no compromise, a functional beverage. Again, because we are here in a packaging summit, so I will put my emphasis on the packaging advantages. The YCAP, which we use, it can preserve ingredients fresh for a long time, which gives a long shelf life without losing functionality. No need for pasteurizing or preservatives, and any bottler, even the small to medium ones, can enter this functional beverage market without a huge investments in expensive equipment. I think it is very important. We as a joint venture of, and me as Nature Force Technologies CEO and sales director of YCAP, we can propose to our business partners a whole product. I mean, a YCAP with a functional ingredient and bottled water, but also what we can suggest to our business partners, it is to buy from us only cap with the functional ingredient, or we can with functional ingredient that we develop, or we can develop a functional ingredient for our clients, for our partners, for 38 millimeter diameter bottles or 28 millimeter diameter. Just and if anything our partners interested in, we can do this turnkey project from let's say to develop a functional beverage from scratch, to using our functional dispenser cap, and I'll be glad for questions.